In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm glad to be here once again, wishing you that everyone is having a great time and having a pleasant moment of your life. I'm conveying my greetings and best wishes to every one of you, wishing you that everyone is having a great and successful life. As lastly we discussed about the rights of employee in the previous lectures, today we're going to start the new chapter, that is about the advertising ethics. So what is advertising ethics? What principles should be kept in advertising ethics? And what are the types of advertising ethics? What are the purpose of advertising ethics? And many more topics we will cover in this lecture today. I hope that every student is listening to the lecture carefully and understand each lectures wisely without any obstacles and without misunderstanding. If you face any sort of problems regarding the lectures, if question is raising in your mind, if problem is being created due to the lectures slide or any issue that are hampering your learning process, let me know it on the time that I could help you on the spot. So today we're talking about the advertising ethics. Before going to its detail, let me just talk about what itself advertisement is. Advertisement is taken from the Latin words advertere, which means to make known. Advertising is defined differently by a different social marketer. So, communication between a seller and a potential buyer that is publicly addressed to a mass audience and is intended to induce a member of this audience to buy the seller products is named as advertising. Or, advertising is legalizing lie, which is defined by H.G. Wells. Or it is defined as promos, large promos is the soul of advertisement. Samuel Johnson defined this. Or simply, advertising is defined as the non-personal communication of informations that is usually paid for and usually persuasive in nature about the products, service, of ideas by identified sponsor through the various media. So advertising is a sort of communication with the consumer, customer and publics to make well known the things that you're going to sell, the service that you're going to present. For that reason, the main purpose and the main objective of studying of advertisement is to use an ethical ways a courteous ways in order to persuade or motivate your consumers or the public toward your products. Then we are having advertising ethics, akhlaqi ilanat jas. Hamay usule ki da mawrudi usule hamay usule ki bakhatere yak akhlaqi khub یک روش خوب در اسلام گذاشته شده ما من حیث یک مسلمان این را در اعلانات خود بپذیریم قبول بکنیم و از انمو حصول اسلامی و شرعی باید ما پیروی بکنیم. هیچ اعلان ما باید بدون بدون از اینکه در اوجا از چوکاٹ اخلاق ما خارج شده باشیم باید نباشد. به این خاطر ما ادورتایزینگ اتیکس هم داریم، یعنی اخلاقی که در اعلانات باید ایجاد شود، اخلاقی که حیثیت و عزت انسان و حیثیت انسان زیر پا نمیکنه، تهدید نمیکنه، نه خطر باشد. امو اخلاقی ما در روزمره زندگی خود همراه دیگران استفاده بکنیم تا ما بتانیم یک بهترین آینده داشته باشیم. So that's why we are defining that advertising ethics is a set of moral principles that guides action and create a sense of responsible behavior. It's quite understandable here that itself advertising ethics is a set of moral principles. These moral principles is guiding moral principle is guiding the human actions and creating a sense of responsibility to behave in an ethical way according to the ethics of a society and according to the ethical principles. So the ethics principle which is being applied, which is being implemented in the advertisement, that is called ethical advertising or advertising ethics. There is another term that we are using, that is deceptive advertising. در اعلانات که دوکا چل فریب می شود. It is very wrong actions. It is not acceptable anymore in any of the organizations in the societies. But if the organization are doing, they might get it in a very short time, the benefit, but in the long run, the organization is facing a critical problems. So commercial that omit important informations or make misleading statement about a product's ads that are likely to mislead consumers acting reasonably under their circumstances. So use trade federal commissions or advertising that makes the false claims or misleading statement in the form of sentence, pictures or individual words. So anything that is misleading, anything that is misleading and misguiding the individuals is called deceptive advertising. Any person who is misguided, misleaded by the advertisement in reality is not as it is in the advertisement, such kind of advertisement is called deceptive advertisements, and it is something unethical in which the ethics does not give the permissions for anyone to do such kind of action which is against the moral of and value of humans. So the same, we have primary purpose of the advertisement. So what is the primary purpose of advertising? Why do we advertise? هدف اعلانات چی هستند؟ To inform potential buyers of the availability of certain product by providing the relevant information on its uses, benefit, and how it might serve the needs and wants of an individual. For that purpose, we are going to make informs and motivate the individuals or the customers, the publics, and common peoples just to make them sure about our products, the benefit of our products, the use of our products, and as well as that how much it's important for individual. That is the primary purpose of the advertisement. Secondly, it's intended to induce members of its audience to buy the seller products, or succeeds by creating a desire for the seller products or a belief that a product will satisfy a pre-existing desire. So for all these purposes, we do advertised. So for that reason, we do the advertisement just to make the people inform about our service, to make the people inform about our products. So there are some basic principles of advertising. So these principles should be properly maintained while we are advertising. دا اساسي او بنیادی اصول چې په اعلاناتو کې وضع شوي دي د دې څخه موږ باید تاسو پیروي وکړو د دې ملاتړ وکړو او دغه په استفاده موږ تاسو په ټولنه کې باید عملاً استفاده وکړو. So the first thing, the basic principle of advertising is this: there should be honesty. Honesty is the very best things in everything. That's why we bring it as well in the advertisement. صداقت امانداری یوازینی شی دی چې په تجارت کې په اعلاناتو کې تجارتي اعلاناتو کې استفاده وکړي. که چېرته موږ تاسو په خپل اعلاناتو په تجارتو کې واضحاً موږ تاسو صداقت ښودلی وي نو طبعا زموږ تاسو مشتری به زیاتېږي. او که چېرته زموږ تاسو صداقت نه وي ښودلی مطلب دروغ وي مشکلات وي نو طبعا دغه انسان د مشکلاتو زیاتو مشکلات سره مخامخ کېږي. No, honesty is the very best things for the ethical advertisement. Second thing, decency is very much important. Respect for those who are been engaged with a business activity and business operations. So everyone show their decencies while they are working in the organizations, as well as social responsibilities. We as a human being are responsible responsible persons to do something extraordinary, to do something extraordinary services for the communities, because that comes in our social responsibility. If we do follow everyone the social responsibility, and we definitely would be able just not to have so many problems in a specific geographical area, as well as truthful presentations. So when we are presenting any service, when we are presenting any organizations, when we are presenting any foods or anything, any products, we should have to present it in a truthful way. There shouldn't be exaggerations. So you talk about more about your product, but there is less things in the products. So it should always be removed from the mind that truthful presentation is one of the main concerning issue for the basic principle of advertising. As well as comparison is very much important. The same imitation is another basic principles. Along with safety and health of the workers or the consumers or the customers are very important, that their health is the first. After that secondly other things are coming. Avoidance of harms, we shouldn't avoid anybody, and the same things environmental behaviors. So these are all those basic principles of the advertising that we have to follow while we are advertising. So what are the impacts of advertisement to society? په ټولنه باندې د اعلاناتو تاثیرات چې د ټولنیز نظام باندې په ټولنه باندې persuade the consumers. The main things that those who are living in a specific geographical area as a publics, so this advertising will persuade them to buy the products or render their services through the advertising ethics. So another things, this provide information about the products. That is what it's another impacts of the advertising in society. It means the people the information is being provided that what to do, what not to do in regard to the products, as well as inform the public about social event, what happens around or what is running around on the surrounding geographical area. It is informing the publics that this happened in this day, this will happen in that day. So this is what we talk about the history. So increase in products and demand, definitely when there is more advertisement in the companies, whether that you're using electronic media, print media, whatever the media you're using. So all these are used for increasing the products demand. So it is generating awareness to the public. So what the advertising ethics, it's generating the awareness among the public. So at the same time, it educates the people about this. Advertisement is educating the people about AIDS, HIV, TB, and some viral diseases. People may do not understand about what is viral disease, what is flu, what is HIV, TB, and AIDS. So millions of people will not understand about this. So that's why it's being conducted. It will be conducted under severe primary data that once is doing something positive for their peoples. So this is the impact of advertising to society. In society, it is educating the people, and people will understand that what is AIDS, HIV, TB, viral disease, how it spreads and what are the signs, symptoms, and what should be done if somebody has been affected by these advertisement doing by various sources. There are types of advertisement. We have various types of advertisement. For example, television advertising. In 2004, a study conducted over 7 years found that the television commercial is still the most effective mass market format, because at the same time millions of people can watch the TV. So that's why it's one of the most found commercial TV that is being most effective for the present and future. As well as radio advertisements. If the people are not having access to television, they can they can listen to the radio in court, they can listen to the radio in fields or in some other area. So radio advertisements are broadcast as radio wave to the air transmitted to an antenna and this to a receiving device. According to Elbiturian, radio has approximately more than 93% weekly listener of the population in a country. So it means that many people are watching the radio when there is no any other facilities. Online advertisement is a form of promotion that uses the internet World Wide Web for express purpose of delivering marketing message to attract the customer. So this is online through internet, webs, or www. and so many other things. Through online system we can present our views, our services, our foods, and some other things in face-to-face contractions. As well as press advertisement, which comes both books, magazines, and newspapers, and many more things are coming in this. Press advertisement describe advertising in a printed medium such as newspaper, magazine, or trade or journal. Billboard advertisement, you can see here there on the pictures that billboards are large structure located in public place where display advertisement is passing pedestrians and motorists. Most often they are located on main roads with a large amount of passing motors and pedestrian traffic. So this billboard is being located in some area where there is more communication of the people among each others and people commute around the area too much. Mobile billboard advertisement, which can be transferred from one place to another place, that comes in mobile advertisement that many people will understand regarding this issue. So mobile billboards are generally vehicles. So billboards are mobile billboards are generally vehicle mounted billboards, or it's a digital screen. At the same times we have in-store advertising. در داخل استور که یک چیز ما اعلان میکنیم، مثلا یک پیاله از چیزی دیگه در داخل استور اعلاناتش هست، کسانی مردم میاد شاپینگ میکنه در پارلوی شیرم میبینه. So in-store advertising is any advertisement placed in retail store. It includes placement of products in visible location in a store. As well as coffee cup advertisements is being distributed to many organization, office, and other people, in which there is the sign, in which there is the signs, in which there is the sign and stamp of the products. So coffee cup advertising is any advertising placed upon a coffee cup that is distributed out of an office, cafe, or drive-through coffee shop. This form of advertising was first popularized in Australia. The same as street advertisement, you can see when pedestrians are passing, so they see many things on the road that is being painted. So this type of advertisement first came to prominence in the UK by street advertising service to create outdoor activities in advertising on street furnitures and pavement for getting brand messages. And the other types of advertising that we are having, that is shelter outdoor advertisement. It's a place where many people are waiting for the transport to come, so there you're putting some signboards, some billboards there, so the people are watching that one and they do understand about your service and they do understand about your products. So shelter outdoor advertising. This type of advertising combines outdoor with indoor advertising by placing large mobile structure tents in public places on temporary basis. At the same time, we are having another type of advertisement which is called celebrity. A famous actor, a famous cricket star, a famous other sportsman is being advertising your item. So that kind of advertisement is called celebrity advertising. So this type of advertisement focuses upon is focusing upon using celebrity power, fame, money, popularity to gain recognition for their products and promote specific stores or products. And the same we have the last type of advertisement, which is called covert advertisement, is when a product or brand is embedded in entertainment in media. For example, in film, the main character can use an item or other form of definite brand, as in the movie. It's called covert advertisements. So this is all about today's lectures. While we are having the last one as well, which is called corporate sponsorships. So many of the, for example, cricket leagues, football league, or some other sport leagues are being sponsored by some of the specific company, in which that sponsored team will show the products of or service of the that organization or that companies or whatever that is to the people. Because of that, they are presenting services. So this is all about the types of advertisements. But the main thing regarding the ethics, so we should have not to exaggerate about the products which is not available there, because it's unethical. At the same times, we have to use the very easy and very simple way of advertising the things. We shouldn't have to put there the things which is always disheartening the people in society, which is against the principle of law and religious affairs. So for that reason, being a Muslim, we have to advertise the things for the proper reasons, and we have to follow the principle of Islam, which is being laid down for the ethics of advertising. So this was about today's lectures. Hope that everybody understand well. May you see each other next time with the next lectures. Allah Hafiz. Wish you all the best.